Right now, we are all facing a pandemic that has forced us to shelter in place and has turned our world upside down. This is extremely hard for everyone as we try to find ways to navigate this new normal. But for those of us who have previously faced stay-at-home mom depression or postpartum depression, our days are seeming longer and it seems like there's no end in sight when all you want to do is run away to your happy place, but instead you're stuck inside dealing with all of these emotions. My name is Tiffany Day. I am a career mom turned stay-at-home mama of 2, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I have personally done during this time of self-isolation to ensure that my stay-at-home mom depression, postpartum depression, and anxiety all stay at an all-time low. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to want to say is we are all trying to tiptoe around this pandemic. We don't really know what to say, what to talk about, or how to express ourselves, but the number one thing you're going to want to do is make sure you are allowing yourself to feel. Even if this isn't going on social media and expressing how you feel out loud, just allowing yourself to feel those emotions. Feel that little bit of stress, feel that disappointment that things have changed. Holidays are coming up, birthdays are coming up, and you're not able to do what you plan to do, and it's okay to be disappointed. If I wake up and I don't feel 100%, I allow myself to realize I don't feel 100%, because when you try to stuff down those feelings, it makes everything so much worse. Okay, so the second thing I did is I made sure I talked to my husband and we came up with a plan. He is now at home, which he normally isn't. I was the primary caregiver when it came to our 2 children while he worked a lot. He had crazy hours, and so I had a specific routine in place. Now that he's home all the time with us, our routine is kind of out of sorts, and if that person doesn't know what your routine is, it's like throwing a wrench into a machine and it can mess up everything. So it's a very important time that you sit down with your significant other or whoever is living with you at this time of isolation and come up with a routine together, even if it isn't your original routine, because we do have to make some adjustments while people are home navigating this new normal together. Okay, so this one is very important. As we're stuck inside, we have to remember that it's just a social distancing. We don't want to go out to parks. We don't want to go play basketball with our friends. We can't go to each other's houses and visit. It's really important that you stay self-isolated with the people that you immediately live with, but that doesn't mean you can't get fresh air, and that's probably the most important thing, is just making sure you're getting as much fresh air as possible. So for me, that will look like opening up my windows in the morning, and even opening up the actual windows, not just the blinds. Letting in natural light and fresh air circulate into your home makes a world of difference. This also means going out on daily walks when we can. And what works best for us is I will cook up dinner, and then while that dinner is cooling down, I'll leave it in the microwave or in the oven if I can. We go on a short walk, about 30 minutes, and then when we come home, we eat our dinner, and then we go ahead and get the kids ready for bed, and they seem to go down a lot faster. The problem is if you have school-age children, or for instance, my daughter is used to preschool, all that energy she had built up was being wasted at preschool, so when she came home, she was tired. If we don't get out on our walks, her attitude is all over the place, we're throwing things, she doesn't want to go to bed at night, so it's really important that we keep our kids active, and getting that fresh air is really going to help when it comes to your mood and kind of keeping that depression at a low. Okay, this is another thing that is super important to me. If you guys follow me on social media like Instagram, you guys know I am big when it comes to working out. I started working out really at the beginning of the year just to get back into shape after baby, but I used to work out all the time, and when I did that, I was super happy, and that's because natural endorphins release when you work out, which is a feel-good hormone inside of our body. But one of the main reasons I like working out outside is I heard a quote a long time ago that said, work out before your brain knows what your body is doing. So when I wake up first thing in the morning, I brush my teeth, get the kids situated with breakfast, I throw on my workout clothes, get my pre-workout on, and I start working out. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. You can even do something light like yoga. It helps out so much. And yoga is actually a really good stress relief too, without doing extreme cardio if that's not your thing. Give this video a thumbs up if you have incorporated a new workout routine during this time of quarantine, and let me know in the comments below, do you prefer to work out in the morning or at night? All right, another thing I do, and during this time I have had lows, although I haven't had as many because I have incorporated all of these steps into my daily routine, but getting dressed daily really does help me get out of a funk. I know last weekend it was raining all weekend here. I stayed in my pajamas, and with the gloomy weather outside, I didn't open up any windows, I didn't do any daily exercises, and I just didn't do anything. But as soon as I got up, I went and did my workout, I took a shower, shower, I got dressed. You don't even have to do your hair and makeup like you're going to Target like we used to do. Just doing whatever makes you feel good and means getting ready for you. All right, guys, and the last thing I have done, and I know this is gonna sound so funny to some people, but I have definitely lowered my expectations of what I expect my day to look at during this time. I am a person that can get so wrapped up in wanting something to go a certain way, and when it doesn't, I get down on myself. I'm really hard on myself, and that's when that depression and anxiety start kicking in, and we don't want that. Again, we are all just trying to navigate this new normal while it's going on, and we honestly don't know how long it's going to last. So trying to add too much to your plate is just a recipe for disaster, and you want to make sure you're lowering those expectations on what you can actually tackle in a day. So instead of that 5-course meal you're gonna cook, if everyone eats waffles for the day, I'm sure your kids won't mind the extra sugar, and you just made your life a little bit easier, and that's okay. All right, but on a more serious note, I know things are very strange right now, and it's very uncertain times, and it's scary for anyone. Even if you didn't have former mental health issues such as postpartum depression, anxiety, this is a very important time that we are being honest with ourselves and not try to be a bigger person. And if you need help, please make sure you're reaching out to a professional or someone you trust just to be able to talk to them. It makes a world of difference, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and leave some mental health resources down in the description box below, so if you guys want to go ahead and write those down or keep those in a safe place just in case you need them. It's never a bad thing to have on hand. And if you just need somebody to talk to, my Instagram is always open along with my email address, and you can find both of those in my description box as well. But let me know in the comments below one thing that you have done during this time of self-isolation to keep your postpartum depression or stay-at-home mom depression at an all-time low. But if you're new and you want to see more authentic motherhood and healthy lifestyle videos, you could do so by subscribing by hitting that circle icon right next to me. And for more information on stay-at-home mom depression and how to fight it, you can go ahead and watch my next video here. But as always, guys, I love you, and I will see you in my next video.